Most people don't realize how early rushing begins. It doesn't start when we hit the road or when we're sitting behind a wheel. It starts in the very first moment we open our eyes. The alarm rings, we hit snooze, and suddenly the whole day collapses into a tight, suffocating timeline. We get dressed faster than we can think. We skip the parts of the morning that make us human. The deep breath, the slow sip of coffee, the quiet moment of clarity before the world demands something from us. We sprint into the day as if we're already behind. And without even noticing, we've stepped into a mindset where speed feels necessary, even when it isn't. That's the first price of rushing. You lose the calm required to make good decisions. And once that calm is gone, everything that follows becomes a reaction instead of a choice. Rushing doesn't come from being late. Not really. It comes from the pressure we place on ourselves, the fear of disappointing someone, the fear of looking irresponsible, the fear of not hitting the expectations that we think the world has for us. So instead of slowing down, we speed up. We start treating time like an enemy that must be defeated. Every red light becomes a personal insult. Every slow driver feels like an obstacle placed in our way. Every delay becomes a threat to our identity, a threat to the version of ourselves we're trying to maintain. And when time feels like a threat, we forget that the world isn't against us. We forget that not every second needs to be optimized. We forget that some moments are meant to be lived, not conquered. But rushing blinds us to that. It traps us in a speed where thinking becomes optional and reacting becomes the only thing we have left. If you ask people what causes disasters, they'll tell you big mistakes. But that's almost never true. Most tragedies begin with something ordinary, something tiny. A glance at a buzzing notification, a thought drifting toward a conversation you shouldn't have had. That's all it takes. A single second where your focus drops while your speed doesn't. When we rush, the brain doesn't process consequences. It shortcuts them. It assumes the world will adjust for us. But the world isn't built around our urgency, and the consequences of one rushed second can echo for years. People don't realize what rushing does to the brain. It narrows your focus to one thing: speed. You stop noticing details. You miss movement on the edges of your vision. You overlook things you would normally react to instantly. That's why people say, "I swear they came out of nowhere." They didn't. They were there the whole time, but your brain filtered them out to maintain your pace. Rushing doesn't just make you careless. It literally makes you blind to everything except the direction you're forcing yourself toward. It's not stupidity. It's not intentional. It's biology working against you when you need clarity the most. We think time is what we lose when we slow down. But that's not true. The real cost of impatience is your judgment. Your ability to choose safety over ego. Your ability to react calmly instead of automatically. Every time you rush, you trade a piece of your clarity for a few seconds saved. And those seconds, they don't change your life. But the mistakes caused by losing clarity, they do. Somewhere, people started believing slowing down means you're scared. But slowing down means you understand your limits. It means you're not letting ego drive your decisions. It means you value your life and the lives of the people around you more than you value beating the clock. Slowing down is not fear. Slowing down is wisdom, earned by anyone who's ever felt how close danger can get. Rushing feels small. It feels harmless, but its price is anything but small. Rushing costs attention. Rushing costs clarity. Rushing costs control, and sometimes rushing costs everything you didn't realize you were risking. So before you speed up again, ask yourself, is this really worth it? And if the answer is no, give yourself permission to slow down. Your life is bigger than the clock you're trying to outrun.